technical issues, and so we're starting fresh. I'm going to give folks a minute or two to hop on. Hi, Alex. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Karen. Please let me know if you can hear me. We're starting this live over because we had some technical issues. So I'd love to know if you can hear my voice loud and clear. And then we're going to get in to our closing celebration. And the first thing that I want you to do is put some music on. So you're going to be listening to me. Maybe you can open Spotify on your phone or something else, but put some music on that amps you up. This is going to be a little challenging just for me to teach. I'm going to stay close to the mic, so I'm not going to be moving so much, but I want you to put your music on, a song that you love to dance, that you love to move to. You don't even have to think about it, and just start to move your body. This is how this process of bringing movement, bringing celebratory movement into the body is one way that we recode having more, receiving more. We recode the belief that more equals more in like a heavy way. Because so often, especially if you're in business for yourself, especially if you're doing your work in moments in between nap time, like I'm doing right now, both of my children are sleeping. Uh, if you're in this for yourself, it can be challenging to find those moments to actually celebrate. Like you're not having like a team party or an end. I remember when I was an auditor, we would have like big end of audit parties. You have to throw yourself a party. When you are a leader, when you are in business for yourself, when you're on the top, you have to throw yourself a party. And I'm a huge proponent of making it fun, not just let me post online that I made this amount of money, or let me go like see that this went into my bank account, or let me get into the tasks that come after the money comes in or the client says yes or the contract gets signed. Is to give yourself a breath. And that's what I want us to do here together, is to give yourself a breath and to bring joy, to bring celebration, to bring celebration into your body. So get your body moving to a song that makes you feel good. And I want you to start to reflect on the last 30 days. What have you called in? What have you shifted? What have you received? What perhaps has been gifted to you? What has been opened? And if you find yourself going into like, oh, I need to like think about this and I need to like, and your body stops moving, move. Keep the body moving and amp up the celebration. It's incredible how you can sit here and be like, well, I found a partner to help me plan a live event. And this is her zone of genius and this is her expertise. Like, this doesn't feel like anything. But if I'm up here, I am going to move a little bit. So my voice might go out. But like, if I'm like, I found a partner. Yes. It feels different. It feels different. And so I encourage you, even if it's a small thing of like, and I'm going to read some of the celebrations that have happened inside of this container. I'm going to read some of the wins that women have experienced inside of Made for More. You're going to name your own. You're going to think of your own. And I invite you to blow them up. If it was a big deal, whether or not it was a big deal, make it a big deal. Wow, I found $100 in a bank account I didn't know existed. You know, we have a lot of folks that come into this space and yes, we have goals. We have, this is what I want to achieve in my business, or this is the investment that I'm calling in for this vision that I have. And sometimes that's the cash that we receive. Sometimes those are the results that we get. And sometimes it's different. It's unexpected money. A $2,000 refund coming in, finding a savings account. These are all things that have happened. Finding a forgotten savings account with unexpected funds. I shared this on the first take of this video, but in a previous round of this program, one woman was literally on a call doing a live practice, and she came into the chat and said, I just found $800 that I forgot was in my house. And so this is what's possible. Yes, we've also had wins like most profitable weekend ever at a restaurant business. We have folks who were able to, oh, I remember that. That was so wild. Yeah. If you're here live and you have any wins you want to share, big or small, please put them in the chat, because what we share publicly expands, amplifies. It can feel like a small deal. It can feel like a small thing. I can't tell you how many clients have come to me, women inside of the Mother Mind Leadership Training, that are like, oh, well, yeah, I had my most profitable year. We had one of these women on live last week. You met Rebecca. If you didn't see that live, you can go back. She participated in Made for More this time last year. And she came on live to share with us that this really was a line in the sand moment. This program and saying yes to herself in a bigger way after it was a line in the sand moment. She had her highest cash year in business, her first year in business. Her first year in business, she made more money than she's ever made at a W-2 job. This is a big deal. And where I share that, and something that we shared in the live, is that she didn't even really recognize it. She didn't even really, it wasn't as big of a deal until she spoke it out loud and shared it with someone. And so I encourage you to speak these wins out loud, either in the chat or perhaps it's over your dinner table. Perhaps you do have like a mastermind space or a peer space where you can share these wins and be celebrated. Alex said, Pat and I both got notified about class action lawsuits from previous employers, that different companies that we're about to get paid for. The universe got creative. Yeah, and what I love about the unexpected funds, because especially in this round of Made for More, we did in 30 days. It's really quick. There's a lot that can happen in 30 days. But what that tells me, when we find unexpected money, when we discover funds that we forgot existed, it means that the work is working. You have cleared out your money box. You've cleared those old stories and the universe has this like backlog of like, oh yeah, this thing and this thing and this thing. Like somebody got a refund from an old credit card, Easy Pass. I remember I have like this huge list here of wins that folks have experienced, but $1,000 stipend check from an artist residency, $1,100 health insurance reimbursement she didn't know she was owed. So that's the work too. And I think there's a part of us that can be like, oh, that doesn't really count because maybe that's the thing that you set a goal around. Maybe it's not, but it does count, and it means your gates are open. Your money box is clear. It's available for more. So celebrating those wins, bringing them into your body. And Jenna said 3 incredible referral clients that literally fell from the sky over the past 30 days. Oh my goodness. I'm onboarding 2 or 3 of them for a July start, and deposits are being paid this week. That is amazing. Yes, and more, please. So what I want to share next is how we make this a yes and more, please. Because the design of this program is not so that you just have a nice little experience. Well, actually, I'm going to ask you. Would you like this to be a 30-day experience where maybe you get a check from a previous employer, or a new client comes in, or you find unexpected money? Do you want this to be a 30-day thing? Or do you want this to be a line in the sand moment where things fundamentally shift for you? And if your answer is the second, this is a line in the sand moment where things around money fundamentally shift for you. The money that is in your bank account, but also your relationship with money. The next thing I'm going to share is all you need to know. Maybe not all you need to know. My Libra rising, something if y'all are new to, if anyone here is new, I am a Libra rising, and my truth filter is like sometimes annoying. Where I'm like, that's not true. You can't say it. Colin will call me out on it. And he's like, you don't have to tell the whole truth all the time. It's very hard for me. It's just Libra rising is like, it must be truth. Anyways, this is not the only thing that you need to know, but it perhaps is the most important transmission of this container. If you really want this expansion to stick, if you want it to keep going, you need to understand this. So many people online, especially in the coaching world, in the business world, in the money mindset world, are telling you that there is a strategy that you're missing. A strategy that you're missing. Something outside of yourself that you need to get, learn, master, that then will open the floodgates for you, whether that's for clients, contracts, money, opportunities, whatever your more is, whatever your abundance is, that there's something outside of yourself, that you get that thing, you get the money, and then you become something else. You become, when you make the $100,000 or the $1 million, or when you have the full client roster, then you become the leader. Then you become the expert. Then you become the person that people know and turn to. This is not how it works. And this is why so many folks will stay stuck at a certain level of income, of impact, of leadership. We think there's something outside of ourselves. And when we get that thing, then we become the person who deserves that thing. When in fact, it's flipped. You don't have something and then you become someone. You become, you make the choice. You then take the actions. You say, I am somebody who is known as a spiritual healer. I am someone who is known as disrupting the corporate grief space. It's one of my clients right now. I am someone who is known, insert your version here. You decide, you shift the body beliefs, because sometimes it's not just as easy as deciding of like, oh yeah, I am a 7-figure coach. I'm a CEO. This is something that we're working with a lot inside of the Mother Mind Leadership Training, is this, oh, I'm a CEO. I'm not just a coach or a healer or a practitioner or a marketer or consultant, or I'm a CEO. I'm a business owner. You don't have the thing and then become the one. You become the one. You shift the body beliefs that are stopping you from thinking that you aren't that thing, that you can't have that thing. You then take action, and then you have the thing. So it's you become, you take the action before the proof is there. This is leadership, by the way, 101, leadership 101. You become the thing. I'm leading the matriarchal leadership movement. I'm hosting a first of its kind family-friendly business festival in 4 months. You become the thing. You decide. You take the steps. Of course, I'm going to talk to people about this. Of course, this thing is happening. I'm talking about this. I'm visiting the venue. And then you have. Then the results come. And oftentimes the partnership comes in. The ticket sales start to roll. The people ask if they can be on stage. How can they support? How can they promote? oftentimes it's also multiple iterations of the be, do, be, do, be, do, and then we have. And so if there is any narrative in your head right now that is saying, I don't have what it takes. I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I have. If you're seeing a number, if you're seeing if there's anything that's showing you that you're using to rationalize that you are not the thing that you want, I want to throw a wrench in that loop in your mind, because the having of the thing isn't the proof. It's the result. It comes from being and doing, from being and doing, from being and doing. You don't make a lot of money. I mean, said another way, and Alex has been in my containers before. You probably heard me talk about this. There's this funny culture right now of influencers, of like, oh, I can be an influencer. And I think it's kind of crumbling a little bit. Do we feel that? That like influencer culture is crumbling a little bit? It's like, oh, I like put on this, I'm hi. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't move this phone because that's my audio. It's like, I'm an influencer. I mean, it is kind of interesting. They're going by this formula. They just decide, oh, I'm an influencer. They do the things, they film themselves with the products or whatever, and then they get the followings, they get the money. But how it normally works, and maybe a more sure way to success, is you be influential. You do things that are powerful, impactful, helpful, of service. And then you have the influence. And then you have the income. But I think influencer culture a little bit has like thrown a wrench, or not thrown a wrench, but like made us forget that that's how it goes. Okay. Yeah, Alex said it's totally crumbling for those not being authentic. So what I want to offer you, we're gonna go into just a little coaching moment here, but I just want to offer this for you. Is if you're looking to the results and you're seeing results that aren't measuring up as proof that things aren't working, I want you to look to the results that are showing you the proof that it is working. Look for the proof that it is working. I'm writing a book right now, and I'm not normally like a neuroscience person or even but I do love the like triple Capricorn part of me in my outer planets is like, I love when like we can bring the facts and the data in. And there is, y'all might know this already, but your eyes, your ears, your brain, your sensory system is taking in trillions of bits of information at any one time. There is a filtration system, I don't remember the name of it, it's like reticular something, that helps you focus on what's most important. And what you focus on is what you see. Your brain can be trained to focus on the things and see what's not working, where you're not here yet. Oh yeah, the reticular activation system, of course. Jenna, it's got me covered. You can focus on all the things where you're not there yet. And you can always feel not there yet. And you can continue to make decisions from not there yet. A person who's not there yet doesn't invest in themselves. A person who's not there yet doesn't make time for themselves. And so they keep this loop of not there yet going. Similarly said, like someone who just is seeing not enough is continually going to feel not enough and make decisions from scarcity, from not enough. But instead, and why we have spent 20 minutes of this call talking about celebration and refocusing on who do you want to be, and what actions does that person take is because you are in the driver's seat. You can choose to look at all the ways life is working out for you, all the ways your business is growing, all the ways that you already are abundant, and train your brain to focus on that. You can also choose to make decisions from this more abundant mindset. Said another way, you make decisions from desire, not just from fear. How often, and I know y'all on this live are not leading from fear most of the time. I know that you are women who lead from desire. That's why you're here. And likely there is a deeper way that life and your work is asking you to lead from desire, to lead from the matriarchal leader that you are, the higher version of yourself, the more expanded version of your work and your life. And as a leader, you have to go first. You're always going to have to believe in yourself first. This is a hard lesson. That does not mean that you can't have people around you that support you, that uplift you. That's essential. This is a big thing that I teach and a big thing that we work together on inside of my training, the Mother Mind Leadership Training, because especially as women, we are designed to co-create. We are designed to collaborate, and it doesn't have to be lonely. It can be lonely in leadership if you're at the top of a hierarchical path, like triangle, and like you're the only one here, all the pressure's on you. Maybe you're making all the money, but all the pressure's on you, all the challenges on you. There's like no one that you can be with. Share the fear, share the wins. But as a leader, you are going to have to go first. You are always going to have to believe in yourself, your dreams, and your desires the most. I need to say that again for myself too. I teach this and still I need the message. You are going to have to believe in yourself most. That is actually when you take all of your power back. It's not in some coach. It's not in some program. It's not in something. You decide, and this was day 1, day 2, I don't remember which day, but very beginning of this challenge, you decide that this is going to work for you. You decide that you're going to have the global business. You decide that you're going to have the local women's circle. You decide that you are going to take your kids out of kindergarten, homeschool them. You decide you're going to have the land and the vibrant community. You decide. You decide, and then you take action from that place. Not from the place of, is this working? And so we're going to do one final practice here. Again, perhaps the most powerful practice of this container. I want you to think of a dream that you have. Not the dream of this 30 days, a bigger dream. The land. Ugh, chills. That's mine. Maybe it's an in-person event series that you want to lead. Maybe it's a full work roster. Maybe it's children. Maybe it's a different home. What's the big dream? The thing that's really pulling you forward. I want you to feel that dream in your body. There may be things that come up that are like, oh, but let's just sit in that dream for 1 minute. See yourself there. See the pieces that you can see. Who's with you? What are you doing? And I want you to Start to notice what is happening in your body right now. When you let yourself be that person who already has that dream. Do your shoulders drop? Does your chin lift? Does your belly unclench? Do you stand up straighter? Find one somatic cue. How does your body take shape when you're in that dream? Mark that for yourself. And then maybe counterintuitive here. I want you to bring in a fear, a worry, a resistance. Like maybe you're in the place of pure possibility, but what do you know? If you're here, you're pretty self-aware. What do you know is like the worry, the fear that comes up of like, what if no one shows up? That's mine. What if no one shows up? What if let that fear or worry come forward and let your body respond. Track what happens here. Is it a scrunch in your forehead? A round of your shoulders? A sinking in your gut? What is the shape in your body that your fear takes? This is your navigation tool moving forward. Once again, you can find the shape of your dream, of your desire. That straight spine, the dropped shoulders, the soft belly, whatever it is for you. This is the shape of your desire. This is where you make decisions from now on. Because you are someone who's committed. You can put this in the chat. I am someone who's committed to leading from my desires more than my fears. I am someone who's committed to leading from my desires more than my fears. As I have taught you inside of this challenge with our practices, we can still give the fear voice. Sometimes it has really important wisdom, but we don't lead from that place. And as you go off into your life, into your business, you now have this compass. You have these practices you can come back to, but you also have this compass. Is this my fear? Am I leading from my fear here? Why do I think I'm going to get my desires if I'm letting fear run the show? And physically, you get to change your shape next time you're making a big decision. I'm committed to leading from my desires rather than my fears. This is my closing wish for you, for me, and for our world. Not to make it too heady. I am committed to leading from my desires more than my fears. Imagine you know where you're going with this. You know what's possible when you lead from this place. Imagine the ripple effect that that gets to have in the world. When we have leaders who are leading from desire rather than fear. Because even if some of those men on the world stages say I want this, they're all leading from fear. They're all leading from fear. And this is how we change that. And this is also how, to bring it back down to you, this is also how you get more of the life and the business that you want. You get more of the business and life you want from leading from your desires, from honoring the fears, from engaging with the fears, from listening to the fears, but not leading from those fears, leading from the desire. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. If you loved this experience, if you want to keep working on this and not carrying your leadership, whether that's leading your family, leading a 90-person team, a 9,000-person team, a 9-person team, leading a group in your community, because mothers, community activists, business owners, we're all leaders. If you don't want to do your leadership alone, then I hope you will stay in this beautiful Substack community. Some benefits that you're going to get as part of your paid subscription are monthly sessions like this with me and other guests. We're not just going to, as you've seen throughout this challenge, we're not just going to be sitting here talking podcast style. We're going to do integration. We're going to be doing practices. We're going to be in this together. And so that's what you can expect here. We'll have a monthly live call like this. This was so fun, and I can't wait to continue. This is just the beginning. You'll also have access to our chat. If you're in the founding tier, you'll have access to our chat and be able to directly connect with me and the other inner circle founding members. And I think that's it. We'll drop some, I think that's it. Jenna can tell me if there's anything I'm missing as part of the paid tier, but that's the main difference between just being a subscriber on Substack. You get thought leadership if you're a subscriber, but if you want these sessions, the practices, and the community, that's what you're paying for with your paid subscription. And if you loved this taste and you're like, I need more of this than just a monthly gathering. I know I'm meant for more. I'm unwilling to sacrifice myself. I'm unwilling to sacrifice my family, my health for my dreams. And I'm can I say, I'm tired. I'm tired of carrying it alone. I'm tired of being the one at the top, but it feeling lonely. This is the work that we do inside of the Mother Mind Leadership Training. Instead of just being a leader, you will learn both on a strategic level and a somatic level how to be a rich, connected, and supported leader. How to be a woman leading from her desires over her fears, leading from a web of power, leading from her values. And the Mother Mind Leadership Training is unlike any leadership training out there, deeply rooted in somatics, embodiment practices. And right now, there's a very intimate one-on-one initiate path. So it's a small group. You're getting one-on-one support and sessions with me. It's like a hybrid private mentorship and group training. And it's really, really sweet. We've opened up 2 more spots. And if you're listening to this live or in the following days to this live, you can join us in time for our June retreat. We have a retreat right after the summer solstice. These retreats are part of the Mother Mind Leadership Training. We have one every quarter. So whenever you're catching this transmission, you can step in. And the space that you can go to, if you're like, yes, I'm interested in this, perhaps you've heard me talk about the Mother Mind Leadership Training, perhaps this is new, but you can learn more at emilynahazel.com/mothermind. I think I could put this in the chat. I think that's a function here. I'll put this here. And there's more information, but more importantly, there's a space where you can book a discovery call. So you can book a call with me. There's a short application to fill out that honestly, even if you don't end up saying yes to the training, if we decide together, this is not the right time, this is not the right fit, the application itself will be so powerful and enlightening for you on what your next steps are. And if I don't think that it's a good fit for you, I'll tell you that. And I'll refer you to something or someone or give you a path. I'm not just trying to get people into this container. I really want the women who it's a right fit for and who can easily 5x, if not 10x, their investment. So that is the Mother Mind Leadership Training. And again, if you apply or book your discovery call today and step in with us for one of those 2 spots, you can join us for our June retreat. And for everyone else, I hope that you will become a paid subscriber, support this work, and also get to be a part of these incredible monthly calls that we will start. I'm like, what day is it? It's May. We will start this coming month. That won't just be more information because, y'all, the information age is over. And I think that's why I really love Substack is it's story. It's story. It's humanness. It's connection. It's not just like the quick hits. It's not just more information. And that's what we're committed to bringing you inside of the paid tier is not just more information, but actual practices, meaningful connection, and guided rituals to help you connect to you and lead from that place. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad we figured the audio thing out and we got to have this incredible experience. I'm excited to connect with those of you who are interested in the Mother Mind. Again, there's a link here. We'll get it in the replay as well. You can just find this information on my website. And excited to connect with those of you who will also be staying here in Substack in our paid community. All right, y'all. Happy Made for More. I encourage you to round this out with a final dance party. So put on a song, allow yourself to celebrate and decide what is your next move that you're making from here, that you're making from this place of desire. Maybe it's applying for the Mother Mind. Maybe it's stepping into this container. Maybe it's something completely else, like you're going to talk to a mom at preschool drop off who you've been like wanting to talk to. Like it can be anything. But what is your next decision that you're making from desire over fear? Until next time, I will see you.